Ah, the life within. I was ending the last thing with let's see, about growing back new limbs and all of that. So if you were able to use your brain function at full capacity to do that, then you can change sexes and all that. How I related that together because the animals do without surgery. And moving on to that, when you have surgery, what is that? You're putting your life in someone else's hands again. You see, that is the polygon of the process. So where do you come with your true brain function? You see, so the denial elevates itself into more so into a disposition, which you know you have to look at that. Okay, again, when you say you're going to have surgery, you're putting your welfare, your well-being in someone else's hand. Okay, so not that the surgery isn't viable, but sometimes in emergency situations, you need to have that. So yeah, do that. But once after you have the surgery, go ahead and get back to your natural self and keep rolling. That's with any surgery. I mean, it's a situation you've gotten out of character with who you are, what you've been doing, then bam, get the surgery. People have surgery. I'm not suggesting you have surgery, of course, but people have surgery, so you get back to your self again. You don't have to go back through those surgical procedures anymore because that is the process that you are given in the healing process. So um, again, it is giving yourself who you are, what you are, when you are completing the process of growth. Now, denial, again, the pressure we put out and the pressure that goes against us, and all of that, that's a balancing act that we all have in life. So, when you say that you are trapped in something else, see, that's not balance. You say you're trapped. And universal order harmony is always balanced. So, even so, if you are trapped, there's always a trap door. You see, it's never a end process to anything in the life-giving order. Okay, so when you say you're trapped, that is the human self, shallow self that is being used, which is a very beginning process, place to learn and to grow and to be what you need to be. True that. That's where you are there. You see. So now, and to go even further, you see that in order for you to say that you're trapped and to get out of that entrapment, then you can use your brain function to the point of saying, okay, I'm going to metamorphic change because I'm trapped. Because there's always a trap door. And what put you in the trap? You have to look at that. Honestly, what put you in the trap? If you don't believe in the higher power, then what was it that put you in that trap that you cannot get out of? If there's no higher power of you don't believe in anything, what is it that you're communicating that won't let you get out? Because in life, in the heterosexual living, everlasting life, everything can be that's asked for has been given. An example of that is in the historical perspective of a human being. Everything, some of the most magnificent, greatest buildings, types of buildings, underground, above ground, going out in space, cloning people. Matter of fact, you don't know how far a human being can go, how intelligent they can go. Okay, all of that. So that history is there in the everlasting life. So why or how would you cut that off? Using that. So those things are there. Now, when you say that you are something else, you're trapped in the body, then where's that answer to get you out of that? Because we have the answer. to every dilemma on the planet ever has been come, gone, or whatever. We have been shown the answer, have we not? Yes, we have. I mean, people have religious stories in those books of magnificent things that the humans did in a uh, uh, altered state brain function. Okay, so there we have again in the denial process. There are so many variables that you all have not been given the opportunity to truly meditate on and to use in the delivery of the living. Okay, so how do you get that? You listen and you give everything you got in that process, and not just come to it in a emotional, purely physical sense, because that's the only thing that's been said. I feel good. I can do what I want to do. Sexual thing, and that's the best thing. I love that person. What I can say, I can get married to that person, you know, or give reasons, other than why you shouldn't do that. I'm speaking of men exchanging liquids that don't give the everlasting life. And why would you not want to give the everlasting life to the person that can give you the everlasting life? That's the woman. You see, that's the ultimate quest. If you want to exchange your liquids, if you want to ultimately be seen as a powerful being because of your job, because of your education, you see how limiting that is again? And again, you're putting your life in someone else's hands. Someone else who's giving you a job, someone else is paying you more. Even if you have your own business, the customers are who you are. How well you sell them, that's you can tell yourself you this and that and all that all you want. Okay? But in this world here, it's solid. And it can go from solid to liquid to gas, all of that. Okay? And that's what we have as well. So um, yeah, um, you have to look at that and to be functioning past that, okay, and not to be stuck in that, trapped in that, permanently from life to death, as you would say, without putting your life in someone else's hands to make the exchange when you yourself said you were trapped in that body. Now, why do you have to go to someone else to prove that, to bring that out of you in a physical way? When you are intelligent enough to make the decision to say the sexual act is the best act you can make, and yet when it comes to exchanging something as intimate as cutting you up, changing your body parts, you're not intelligent enough to say that you're putting your life in someone else's hands, even with a job. That's all you're bringing to the table. You say your job, how much money you got, all this, but still you're not bringing the everlasting life with the exchange of liquids. You see? And in these days and times, that's very important, I think. If you, no, if you, but when you have situations like these that we have, people are dying, for no apparent reason, besides the human experience that people have to deal with, But sometimes people um, well, don't deal with them properly. So when we can come to the weight scale, because there's full capacity pressure putting on us. Okay, I'm just not just conjecture again, research or my opinion, all of that, but it's actually happening in the life force. Now I'm speaking of it in an aesthetic way, but it's a powerful message and it's real energy that you can use because we're instruments. And when you tap those certain codes, qualities that are in you, it releases those particular modalities functioning apparatuses that we have, channeling, changing the channel, picking up, different, surfing the net, all of that. The solar system, interstellar fellow. That's what we are. Okay? So the maximizing of the experiences that we are has to, has to be, whoa, whoa, has to be right now without any question or anything like that, So the complete process that we have, maximized pressure that we're under. The universe gives us the most beautiful answers, most timely answers, and the most truthful and honest answer. And so I expect to be able to do that, share that, and to become that. Based on the pressure of my lifestyle, who I am, what I am, all that, what I look like, what I don't have, what I do have, my failures, my success, all that. You have to use this right now in comparative analysis and in the spin that we're in. Openly, honestly, knowing that what I'm saying is not just for trying to get some money or trying to get somebody to listen to me. This is actually a living experience to improve the welfare of others, children that we see living here. You just can say, no, there are no children not living, so the hell with it. Let's just give me a nice car, a nice home, all of that, Anybody can do that. We see lots of people doing that right now. People, people say, this guy, this president has big money, big credit, all that. Okay, so that has both ups and downs. Okay, we're not just totally throwing that to the trash. Why don't we have the same amount of money if we're so intelligent, so moving, so experienced, and left living? Because you have to learn the complete process. You don't want to get there and perform as he does. Just that quickly, the answer light speed, blam, 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 just like that. The question's answered. So that's why we've been there before, haven't we? Yes, we have. Man, look at how much money we blow all the time. So that is light speed right there. The question's answered right there as well. Okay, so all our entities, we know who we spend the money with, how quickly the money goes out of the community and circulate. So, but yet, that's not where I'm at with that. It's not a bit of beat down time. So what I am dealing with is the communication that the community can actually have when it expands itself in this way, and to deal with having to recruit more masculine human beings, because that's what you are. You are not intelligent enough to get around that in any kind of way, in a healthy way or financial way, to make the process an everlasting life thing. Okay, again, we see lots of people have done that, tried that, and we see so-called two men, living a life. And yet, we have to know that it is a process of what you are denying, because that's not how you got here. How about truly, honestly opening up with that? No matter how bad you want to sleep with that same sex person, how about at the same time, every time you think about that same sex one you want to have, think about how you got here at the very same moment. Give yourself that opportunity. Give us the real life-giving source that we have, that we do know that is there, without a doubt. Okay?